Okay, so the medical CJ process reports, these are the data reports that will give you summary data on all of many of these data points are optional, but if you are using them and entering data, this is how you would pull that data out. I have a report available right here. The first table display are on your person who caused harm or the offenders as it's labeled now. The first row here is total victims. And we have this row here because it's helpful. This includes everybody who has an offender record linked to them. Um, if you recall, if I go back to my client report that I ran for the same time period, this report says I've only served 28 adults, 29 cases, adult cases. So, and also remember, only offender information can only be linked to adult clients, not children. So it only applies for adults. Going back to my offender table, this tells me I have offender records for 12 of my 29 adult clients. So that means 17 of them, nobody entered any offender information. So at least I know kind of the universe I'm looking at. Then the next row shows me the total number of offenders. And in this, I see 13 because some clients may have more than one offender and you can add as many as you need to. So scrolling down, you have the basic demographics for your persons who caused harm, relationship to the survivor, and then any visitation issues. The next section is medical involvement. So this displays the data entered on your clients. And again, this is for adults only. In fact, the whole report, all of the medical CJ process report is only applicable to adult clients. You won't see any child clients on here. So this section represents your client's interactions with healthcare systems. However, when we get to this part, severity of abuse, these are different forms of violence your client may have experienced. Note that a client may have experienced some of these, even if they didn't get medical treatment. So, and going back to data entry, you can check these boxes even if the client didn't seek healthcare services. The next section is police involvement. So we have a number of clients who reported to police and were responded to with interviews. And then we also have summary data on the person who caused harm, whether they were arrested, charged, type, and what the arrest charges were. And then we have prosecution, which includes the experience of the survivor with the state's attorney's office, as well as the person who caused harm. We have court activity, how many times court appearances, involvement of victim witness services, if applicable, what the state's attorney charge was, and the outcome of the criminal case. And then last in this report is the order of protection section. We have the number of orders that were filed, as well as the number of people that filed these orders, because that may not always be the same. The status, whether they were granted or denied, and the type and forum. And I should clarify, this is as they were originally issued. So maybe of these 4 emergency OPs that were issued, maybe I was able to upgrade 2 of them to plenary, but they're still going to be counted in this emergency category because that's how they were originally issued. And then the upgrades are shown down here. We have the total number of upgrades and the number of OPs upgraded, because again, those can sometimes vary slightly, the type of upgrades. And then finally, we have a total number of orders that were active during the report period, and then certain other activities you may be interested in, such as whether they expired, were extended or modified, and even violations. If an OP was violated during the period, you would see that here as well.